Morning, my friends. Today is day 131. The excavator is here to finish the septic, getting the tank installed. They're not going to do the laterals today because it's too wet. The well company is here to get the pump installed. Need to finish the platform that was started yesterday and get some power run over here. Didn't have all the parts, so I ran to town to get all the rest of the stuff last night, and then it was just too dark, too cold to come up here and finish. Let's look at what needs done. So the big orange box store didn't cut my 4x8 sheet quite at 4 feet, because that mark right there should be 4 foot. It's off by about a quarter inch, maybe half. So I just took some more scraps, nailed them in there so that I'll be able just to screw one board in here and the other board in there. No big deal. I did put 2 cross beams only on this side because that's where the pressure tank is and that's where the well company is worried about it the most. Water filter and water softener is going to sit here in the middle, and then water tank's going to sit over here. I'm probably only going to put the platform on this side, and then in the future I'll put 2 more cross beams over here for the water tank just to be safe as well. I don't think I need it. I bought subflooring, 23-30 seconds, standard subflooring, again over-engineered to go on here. So let's get that screwed down, and then I can get some electrical pulled over here. Bought 6-2 wire and a double 30 breaker. They said for the size pump I have, I better get 6-2 wire, so I did. Holy cow, that's expensive. This is kind of what I had in mind. Got this platform on the right fully screwed down. It's nice and tight. And I put a couple screws in here in case the guys want to stand on it or put something on there. I don't want the wood to slip. And then we'll have our other 2 water-related appliances down here as well. And here's where we are right now. We got water coming in, so it's going up. That's where they're going to connect up to. Platform's ready for them. I got power with the spool. This is a temporary run. I just used some tie wraps that were already here to go across up under the house. And back out. Luckily, no joists or anything right there, so it just slid right over. Comes across, more zip ties. Yes, I know this is bad. My electrician and I are going to fix this whenever he comes back out. And then I just left a lot of slack so that I got like, I don't know, 2, maybe 4 foot. And then punch a hole, put it here, connect it up to the breaker, and then when they're done, we should be ready. So you'll notice the water line that they're using, direct bury, it's bigger than PEX. I was told I'll never have a problem with it. It's direct buried, but it goes inside this conduit here. I did that because there'll be a deck here that's 6 foot deep, so I'm taking these conduit pieces that they run into the end, and now won't have to deal with messing with the deck if we ever have a problem. We can just dig down to that point there and not have to go under the deck to deal with any water issues. So we have a very deep dark hole. I think they called that a pitless adapter. I think that's what they called it. Don't quote me on it. My yard hydrant, and then I had 2 T's put in. They just capped them off so I can deal with them later. My idea was going that way will be a garden, and coming towards me will be an outdoor kitchen. So they put those in, I can uncap them and run water line wherever I need it. They're just already there. So what they told me, and I probably have a copy of the drill report somewhere, but as a reminder, 640 foot deep, 35 gallons a minute, static water level is at 220 foot, 222, something like that, and then they're going to put the well pump down at 500 foot so that it is under about 200 foot of water. This should be a really solid well that we don't have problems with other than mechanicals. It is looking good. And we have some perfect timing to check in on the septic, folks. Tank is installed. Weston, 1,000 gallon? 1,000 gallon. Awesome. Now this is flush with ground level. When you guys do all this rest of the backfill, might have to put a lift on the access hatch?
Yes, the access lids will be slightly below finished grade.
Okay. So
we'll have some topsoil over them, but you should be able to tell in the summertime, especially when it gets dry, the moisture will be a little bit less grass right by the lids. But overall, it's planned for them to be slightly below ground.
Ah, okay. Fair enough. Should I put 4 T-posts while construction's going on?
Well, I would. While
Okay.
construction's going on, so nobody runs over it.
Contamination in my water, duct tape.
Negative. Underwater rated.
I didn't know there was such a thing.
Sir, if you pay enough money, there is someone who will certify something for anything.
How true.
Certified for drinking water, underwater applications. Everything we put in the well, in the ditch, has to be certified and safe for human consumption.
Very cool. So just over and over and over, same thing.
Yep.
So let's take a look at how they're doing the lateral lines since the septic tank is in. Mika, you do not need to help them. She thinks she needs the help, but she don't need the help. That's a lot of really nice gravel.
Yeah, it is. Gotta be perfect.
All right, my friends, we are at the end of day 131. The excavation crew has gone home, so we can take a look at how far they got on the septic system. And we have a tank. So this is a 1,000-gallon tank. They have a trench to go up to the house, but where my cement guy put the entrance for the septic is not where the dealer that I'm dealing with really wants it, because that, he says, the pipes would look better if they moved it. So we're gonna have to core drill a hole over here. Nice and clean, nothing nasty to show you guys right now or smell. It smells like plastic. Pretty solid. Comes out to the main trunk, which sewer pipe PVC. I guess that's, I don't think that's the French drain pieces. That says sewer pipe, but they used. They got this all down here, and they're going to run me 2 lateral lines. Each one's 100 foot. So they got this junction here. They're going to go down, I think tomorrow, and run another lateral line in parallel. So this is the first 100-foot lateral line is completed. So we have a septic system that is ready to be connected to the house. Boy, 100 foot goes way over here, doesn't it? And I assume they just capped the end. I don't know what they did down here. Yeah, just capped the end. Then the second lateral line, like I said, is just going to go in parallel. So I'll have 200 foot of lateral line. He said the way he's going to leave the second line, they'll put a T on it and just cap the T, so that if I decide that 200 feet of lateral line is not enough, that I can put a 3rd, 4th, 5th lines. So the well people are pulling away as you hear them. But this is where I am at. Got a yard hydrant here that I'm not going to turn on because I don't want to squirt a bunch of water into my trench. Backfill the trench tomorrow when the excavation guys are back. I had them put 2 T's. One left, one right. And we mentioned that earlier, I think. And then the trench just goes down. And then these are the 2 chases that go into the house. The short one is like 8 foot, the long one's 10 foot. They sealed up the ends so water won't go in. On the inside I spray foamed it, but one tube is for electric, one tube is for water. We have water. It is all set up and configured. I have the wire on the left is the 6-2 that is going to be cleaned up. My electrician, when he comes out, will run it in conduit and clean it up, so that's just sitting there for now. I have a little spigot down here I can use if I want to. That's mainly for draining the tank. It's a 119 gallon tank, but they did an excellent job. I spray foamed inside those tubes on the inside to help with water not coming in and air and all that jazz. They did an excellent job making this look good. I'm very impressed. The big project I had for today, not done, and I am not a professional, so do not mimic me, is I installed 3 windows. So the way I installed these, you can see they're not done, and I am not the professional, so you don't copy me, is I put a piece of this butyl tape, sealing tape in here, hi Mika, and I put a short piece on the corner. It just goes right around the corner. And then I have a big piece going all the way across that folds on top of that little piece on the bottom corner. And then what I did was I put a bead of silicone across the bottom and set the window in. Obviously dry fit the window first, make sure it all fits. Now what I'm going to do next is I'm going to put my tape, my butyl tape on the outside, flashing tape, so that all the screws, now that they're in, put the tape on, you're not poking holes through the tape. I've seen some people say put the tape on and then the screws to seal it, but I like the idea of putting the screws in first, then putting the tape, because now the tape is solid, no holes in the tape. And that is where we are at for today. Catch y'all next time.